During my last trip to Brazil, my friend Juliana Leroy took me to explore a coastal stream in the state of Rio Grande do Norte. This is an arid area, characterized by dunes, thorny forest, and plantations of pineapple and sugarcane. The landowner gave us permission to enter, and I excitedly got into the water. Beneath the surface was a world rich in colours and textures. Stands of water lilies, probably Nymphaea rugiana, swayed in the swiftly flowing current. Small fishes, including cichlids, dardacaricins, and small tetras, use these plants as cover. Larger caricins surf the flow in open water, drift picking. This is when they remain in place, darting out to grab any potentially edible item going past in the current. Pikecichlids, likely Saxatilla brasiliensis, roamed over the open substrate, hunting for tiny aquatic invertebrates, or anything else they might find. There was quite a bit of algae in this stream, probably caused by agricultural runoff from the surrounding plantations of fruit and sugar cane. Luckily, it hadn't impacted the stream too heavily yet, and there was lots of beautiful aquatic vegetation to be admired. Along with the Nymphaea, there were pale green stands of Mayaca, vivid Heteranthera gardneri, dark green Nigeria densa, and fluffy Cabomba aquatica, burnt slightly purple by the tropical sun, which grew on tall sandbanks in the stream. I always find it amazing how delicate plants such as the Nymphaea and Cabomba survive being battered by the current. At its deepest, the stream was maybe 1 metre deep and perhaps 4 metres across. Marginal plants grew along the edge, following this narrow oasis through the dusty, arid landscape. The stream was home to Astyanax tetras and possibly the silver-tip tetra, Hasmania nana. Without collecting equipment or a license to catch, preserve and study specimens, it was difficult to ID them with any certainty. These plants that look like small green water lilies are Nymphoides humboldtiana. The algae did smother the shallower margins. This is an issue I've seen many times in Brazil, with agrochemicals causing algae blooms in otherwise healthy habitats. Nevertheless, wouldn't this be an amazing scene to recreate in an aquarium? Juliana, a botanist specializing in aquatic plants, informed me this was likely Cabomba aquatica, which is usually a soft green, but here, due to the power of the sun, is a lovely purplish-brown colour. You could use pygmy pond lilies or a blend of aquarium species, including Nymphea lotus, along with some serious flow to recreate this habitat. The substrate was a mix of fine sand, crushed rock, gravel and silt, layered over the bedrock, which sits just beneath much of the sandy soils of this region. I'm not an expert of the cichlids of this area, although you can see the juvenile peacock bass, Cichla sp, which zooms past. Sadly, this invasive species from the Amazon basin has been added by sports fishermen to rivers and lakes across Brazil, where, without the larger natural predators of the Amazon and the geographical barriers found there, such as major rapids, it breeds quickly, eats everything else, and finally becomes one of the only species present in a habitat. Ultimately, it resorts to cannibalism in order to survive. You might also notice live bearers such as platies and guppies in this habitat, which have been introduced by fish keepers, with severe consequences for local species, habitats and ecosystems across this region. This is one of my favourite scenes from the trip, the tetras dancing in the flow among swaying water lilies. Notice the tiny darter characins of the Characidium family hovering in mid-water. They might well be Characidium bimaculatum. The chunky Astyanax, known locally as lambari, are part of a very large family of fish with 132 recognised species. They are found from the southern US right down into Argentina. As you can see, the stream bed was littered with botanicals, including seed pods, leaves and other organic detritus. If you disturb the stem plants, you release large clouds of fine sediment that have become trapped within their stems and leaves. I love how nature enjoys proving us wrong. In the hobby, Cabomba is so often described as delicate, a hater of flow, and known that if smothered in detritus, it will soon wither in the aquarium. I really enjoyed the blend of species here with this mix of textures provided by the Cabomba, Mayaca, and the Heteranthera, producing a wonderful tapestry. I tried not to disturb the substrate by standing on it, but the current was really strong and that made it difficult. The small fishes did appreciate this, however, as tiny aquatic insects and other morsels were uncovered by my feet disturbing the substrate, and these small fish rushed forward to snap them up. This is known as a nuclear follower relationship, where a larger animal is followed by smaller opportunists as it disturbs the substrate, and they come in and grab whatever they can. This beautiful plant is Heteranthera gardneri, and I love its soft texture. Sadly, it was soon time to leave, as we had many other places to explore, with thousands of miles to drive across the arid interior of Brazil in search of beautiful aquatic habitats. The scenes in this stream stay with me, however, and continue to inspire me, and I hope very much that they may inspire you too.